This is kind of interesting. Heretics getting the 3 sheriffs out, and a couple of people that would take 3 body shots.
We've seen this roster of Heretics clash against NAVI.
Where are they going with it?
Were NAVI able to score even a map? And now tournament champions' life hangs in the balance, and they have to right the wrongs of history, change the course of their own fate. You see NAVI early looking to pressure towards that B site. 3 players over here, but the majority of the body of this attacking side looking for a slow.
Dude, they just missed each other. The Yoru is like peeking out at every other opportunity, yeah.
As mentioned on the desk, map pool for NAVI looks pretty good. The Haven maybe not so much, but the next 2 could be interesting.
Meanwhile, while this is going on, there's a duel over towards A at the same time.
Heretics on this map as
Great
of
shot.
recent, so let's not pretend like this is going to be a walk in the park, especially with the individuals they have on their side. A solid start to this pistol round already for Benji, a man who is definitely looking to make it back to champions. Well, there's so much here for NAVI left.
Smoke's about to land on his head in theory.
Last 2 or 3
he
weeks,
missed the
this guy's
smoke.
been impressive.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
Of any further space towards that plant, though, NAVI at
On
least
the roof.
getting the spike down, but Heretics are going to be happy enough with this. 2-man advantage on the retake. Waiting for everybody to be here. Boo on the rotate from the B side already. The wall being chipped away at. We'll see it broken. We'll see the reveal go through in the attempt to find value on it. But Ruxic, he found a gap in that reveal. He stays up close for 2. A stat leader in so many departments for good reason.
Poor Benji, man. Benji did so much.
Alongside Hero, and NAVI win the 3v5.
Yeah, it looked like from the start of the round it was going to be an incredibly difficult one, with Benji Fishy doing so well with a couple of openers. But the fight back in, impressive.
Yeah, you
Ruxic,
gotta break.
he's
You
been one of
gotta
the
break
shining
2
stars when it
segments
comes
of
to
that wall here.
the league, not just this NAVI
Whoa.
roster. And what?
Whoa! The hell's going on?
To the game.
Goodness.
NAVI players. I can't believe we got an action replay of them spilling water.
That face is going to be clipped. I'll tell you that.
That was
Not by one
incredible.
of you, by one of me when I get home. 1-0 for NAVI. Strong start, as we said, and this was not a round that you expected much of them. Once you lose Alexic on that push-up, I think it was Hero as well going. Oh, no, Hero was there in the late stage. Whoever the second player was on the walk-up. You've got no space, nothing to capitalize on. And sure, the wall from Xiao bought them a little bit of time, but it's ridiculous that Ruxic's able to get away with so much, and Hero doubling up on backside.
Panap, thank you so much. Thank you, the 8 months, dude. Thank you for that.
And what should be a very easy round to connect for NAVI. They have got a lot of numbers grouping up on yellow, though. I mean, this could get dangerous with the challenge up close, but Angel.
Nice and easy for Angel.
This is his
good
spot
for 2.
I'll never forget the clutch he pulled off with what was it, 8 seconds left, running into this side of the map. The Sage was still becoming a mainstay of getting you into those post plants, and for NAVI, this is looking squeaky clean and in zone.
How's the map veto? I mean, the map veto kind of suggests that we're going to bind. NAVI heavy favorite here. Heretics heavy favorite here. Bind pretty close.
As well, that it just feels like it's a mainstay. It's very difficult to play this map without it. We'll see if Heretics are going to have that become a consistent problem. This round should have been an issue. It was, but as you said, now here come the rifles. Here comes the real brawl.
I want to say as well, like, if you look at this compositionally, I really am not a huge fan of Heretics comp. Like, you're throwing in an extra duelist, almost like old school Icebox, but they were running it with the Omen before, but evidently just feel that Miniboo is that little bit more comfortable trying to utilize some of the more individualistic nature and going from 0 duelists back to 2 to basically see if they can frag out this scenario. Now, already online,
Nothing to stop
Angel
this
was
one.
lost early, but he's immediately back.
Xiao as well had a belter in their last matchup. Someone that I think we've seen one of the
Switch
quietest
there, they can
years
dash
from
over to
week
yellow.
week play.
Miniboo's got to do a lot here.
Stepped
my
up.
goodness.
He's found
Imagine he
gold
didn't
level.
shoot that.
That's a nice pick for Alexic,
Okay,
who
well.
has been consistent, reliable in so many of Navi's
Maybe we
matchups.
should just
Out
save
of all the rounds to step
everyone
up
some
in,
time and just
we
go to
have
bind
those
straight away.
couple weaknesses, but Heretics putting all their credits in. That's a huge double opener to find.
Hero's now having a fight on the other side of the map. He's managed to hold a couple of players here just by taking that zip line. And that's going to be something they consistently now have to think about. You'll see Woot likely continue to check his backline, but the fact is getting back into this scenario is not going to be easy. But Riens, always a safe pair of hands. The peaking players of NAVI have given them a chance.
Well, that res from Xiao, though, keeps it into a 3v3 at least. Despite those numbers falling, they've still got quite a bit to fight back with, and Ruxic spearheading that effort. He's found two, and Benji, he shouldn't have the time, but he's isolated Ruxic out of position early. Now there's an opportunity, but in goes the Nano, and the shot to the head seals the deal.
They did a little bit of damage on top of that. Riens hit some absolute banger shots, but yeah.
That's exactly what you want. This is their pick, and as we said, they haven't
Heroes
won
got this one locked
up against this squad the last 4 times that they faced, but it's looking like it's a different Navi on the server today, at least starting out Icebox.
Well, to the last time they won,
yes,
it is a different Navi. That was a 2023 team. Looked very different to this one. But yeah, Alexic, like, there are a lot of moments where you'll watch him be thrust into positions where he has very little support and is expected to thrive. This was a round where he succeeded. Like, he went over. The fact he gets 2 kills from that scenario, it still comes a little bit too close considering that was a 5v3 retake, but hey, they won the round. They still have the economy. They're going in with Outlaws in this one where the light shields are galore.
The ult's actually not
side.
too bad for Heretics for the next big buy round.
It should be a comfortable one, but with Heretics, you never really know.
Deploying drones.
We've seen early plays by Heretics towards this B main spot, so no surprise Angels playing nice and passive, clearing it out with drone. Miniboo is there early. He's already been tagged to 10 HP, and often he has his gate crash up and around here in A heaven, so he can quickly rotate from that B side if there is a pacier hit. And I do like that element of the comp.
Take over towards B at the 50-second mark into an A walk. I'm looking at Heretics right now, not buying any of this.
The defense is still fully committed to the
Yeah,
A
they
side.
are not moving.
Well, yeah, they threw a drone through early as well. They're trying
Heretics
to
have a lot of potential here. It's weird because honestly the Killjoy gets a little bit tempting once the alarm bot goes down, but he's back at site, so they could easily fast push him. Dude, he's gonna put the ult down. Oh, okay, he's going for it. What's the fast call on this one? The fast call is a pivot over. You guys don't have time for this. It's done. Done round. Actually a done round.
The lockdown hasn't forced them back. There's a rotation in from Ruxic, but they need a
Very nicely handled from Heretics on this.
time on the clock. They have to go now. They have to be in now, and they've run out of time. As long as nobody dies or everybody doesn't die, the round is over.
Yeah, as soon as the Killjoy goes down, you just gotta absolutely send it. I will say Heretics on this one. This was a lovely little read on this as well. Did not bite at all on the fake pressure over towards B, and then full confidence in the in their A stack. And then it was great timing on the ult. Probably the best timing of a Killjoy we might have seen.
Generating value is Ruxic.
They literally just didn't have time to even just run back and plant there.
A lot of arrows upwards, and he has been a big factor here. 7-2 starting out this map, but that last round certainly not the way we wanted it to go.
Yeah, no, a very, very messy round from Na'Vi, and it was weird because they were trying to sell that ruse, got so far in, you almost think that maybe there's
because a lot of people went down though. The 1-9 loss bonus, if they lost this, would force them down to an eco, and then it would still be a pretty devastating half.
It in at that moment basically ended it there and there. A pretty hefty mistake, but a good read from Heretics. They've now got a big bolster of economy, and let's see if they can build from it.
At least a Viper's Pit for Ruxic if they can get onto that site. A minute on the clock, denied the A control, and the slow shift back to this B site comes into play. It's an unusual setup.
Full past the middle.
Contain a lot of the space for the walk up through the tube and into
Triple
kitchen.
swing for a
Your
turret.
alarm bot covering off B main. Where there is a gap, though, is towards mid, and with this orb going up, Benji can't watch it as he wanted to. Luckily, though, they're coming towards him. It won't be the flank towards the A site. Navi have chosen the right direction. Only one player waiting. It is the man of Benji himself, and he finds one.
No way, Hero.
Opening up kitchen. And Navi, they managed to keep a decent bit of
Benji's
control
doing
here.
so much.
They'll get that
Didn't
spike
set his
towards
molly
the
up on
site, but
time though,
Benji's
it's a
still
shame.
dealt with.
Shoots one more bullet, covers the drop down.
I was going to say maybe going unnoticed, but he's quick enough with the flick to take down Benji Fishy.
Yeah, I mean, he just thought he was going to get pinched in here. With the wall there, he should probably just try to stay alive over towards Snowman, but
He's now vulnerable to a single shot, and that's exactly
dude, this was a good
what
try
he
though
lands.
from Heretics.
Another
Benji did great.
superb round from Ruxic.
Man,
Well,
Hero
you saw the
and
stats just a
Ruxic
moment
though,
ago of
just
how good he can be. Currently 9-2 on the
the
score.
playoffs.
That's another double.
I mean, not even
Added up
just
for him,
playoffs,
and you look at
even
so
like
many of
the
these
whole of
rounds, even
stage
in the
2, that's
pistol,
been
in
so
finding
good.
two up close,
Ever since
dodging the
Alex
reveal
joined,
that
these
was
two
set
just
back,
stepped up
using the
insane.
box to his advantage here. The wall that Benji steps through makes that outlaw deadly, even if he's on 150. And that is a frustrating round, as you can see, for Team Heretics. They've now called a pause going into round number 6.
Yeah, Weber is pissed at that.
And no surprise, Tom,
A large
because not only are
ravioli,
they
thank you so much for the
4-1 down,
prime.
but
Thank you for the
they're
whole year,
facing
mate.
into a very low buy in the next.
Thank you for saying that as well,
You
mate.
also have to give the context of what this match means. I think a lot of the time throughout the tournament, we've talked about points and where teams currently are, and like, you know, Heretics, Liquid, Fnatic, they're probably good because at least a couple of them will get top 2. Well, Fnatic are out.
Heretics?
If Heretics go out,
They
that
just
only
have a
leaves one
perma
team
ban,
left
right?
to get that top 2, and that is Liquid. That would
Or
leave
do they not feel...
this Heretics
They don't feel
roster sat
comfortable
there,
after showing their corrode, right?
hoping
Ever
Liquid
since
gets top 2,
Gentlemates, they haven't
otherwise
played their
will be
corrode
eliminated.
since,
And Liquid is
I
sat
think.
there right now going, well, actually, I kind of hope you lose, because then we qualify. We don't have to have the stress of anything else going on at the same time. Obviously, for the other teams,
It's as simple as this. Basically, the whole team thought they had more chance on Icebox than they did on
the
corode.
same for GX, as it now makes
Basically that.
things a lot more interesting. And as you can see, NAVI
Squirrel
as well
Valorant,
as GX
thank you
are
so much
teams
for the
that need
tier
to
1.
make the
Appreciate the
grand
2 months.
final
Thank you,
if
thank
they
you.
are going to qualify.
Again,
for
we only
Paris.
see like officials and stuff. We don't know how bad it's been going in Prac.
One of them can do
The
that.
chance that these two played each other in Prac and Navi like
We made that deduction.
24-0 them on corode
Show
or
your
something,
workings
so
a
you
little
don't want to
later
pick
on,
it.
Tom.
I'll get Captain Cow to check that just in case.
Double check. How many?
Again, we
lower
only
brackets
see
are
like
there?
10-15% of teams. We're just trying to
Lower
piece stuff
bracket
together.
back into- no.
Yeah, so for Navi, there really is no substitute for that grand final. They've got to make it to top 2. And honestly, with the performances they've had recently, I wouldn't have said it coming into playoffs even. But now,
Yeah.
perhaps I'm starting to believe, but the same can be said for GX.
GX more so. The way that
100%.
they've been able to recover and even dismantled Navi in their matchup, Navi might just do the hardest work for them, as Heretics have been a tough cookie to crack all the way through stage 2. But as it was mentioned on the desk,
Shadow as well.
it doesn't really
Thanks so
matter
much, or
if you peak
SH
in
Hado
groups
with the
unless
prime.
you get
Thank you
the
for the 3 months, mate.
exact amount of points to qualify. And they have
I mean,
not.
Giants just outplayed Fnatic really, from what we just
Navi,
saw.
Again, a tentative round.
It was a pretty fun
Not a
game
lot to
actually.
play with
If
for
you
the
do
side
get time
of
to watch it.
Heretics,
I think
but they
Giants
do have
played
a
great.
couple
It's
of
probably the
ults
best
that
we've
if
seen
the
them play
round
so
gets
far.
late, it could get dangerous. It seems like this time though.
Their
Navi's done a better job.
their
Also,
step up in
Ruxic
playoffs
done
has
a
been
better
good
job
as
of
well,
feeling out
especially
the other side of the
Flickless.
map. It leaves one player, and that player has been
Was
caught.
Cloud
Both
calling well?
rotations
Very well,
also dealt with,
especially like
and I don't
ult-wise.
think there'll be the same
I think that
shenanigans.
they won a lot of the ult
So a
battles in terms
3v5
of
in
plans.
Post plan, one out earlier on.
That's
Now
not
it's
bad.
Heretics' turn. Bladestorm finding the first.
Yeah, we just need
It's
to
a
kill
nice
everyone.
Opening. Low HP on Rienz. Miniboo as well.
Oh.
This is now playing into a pit's going to be difficult.
No
And
way.
the pit actually
No
blocked
way.
his
How's he
vision
alive?
just as he peeked. That is so unfortunate. Rienz is done for.
So unlucky.
Navi have sealed their 5th round.
That's so unlucky.
Yeah, normally you might sit there and look
Yeah,
at that
the Viper bait literally just spread as he went for the peak.
Viper's pit. That seems like a bit of an overcommitment. They have 4 other ults, so I really don't mind it. You make sure
Just
you
kill
keep your
everyone,
economy
riveting
strong.
analysis.
You
Bro,
put yourself in a
it's
position where
Icebox,
you still
man.
have enough to
What
use
do you want
in
me
the
to
next
do?
match, and you're still winning
the
that
whole map.
ultimate battle by a long margin. So, yeah, it's a bit of an investment, but I'm absolutely fine with it.
Really unlucky pit timing as we move into round number 7 for Navi. They've used their pit, but they still have 4 ultimates to fall back on. This is a
Dan,
very
thank you so
powerful
much.
round. And remember, this is where Heretics are finally putting their credits on the board, on the line.
In
buying
VCT,
up
is
as
the
much as they
Sage
can,
ult as
and
powerful
looking
as
to
a
fight.
Raze /
Gone
Breach
through.
ult?
He's gone
No,
through.
just
He's walked
because
past.
it's situational.
Oh dear. Oh, Miniboo's going to be
What?
frustrated with that
At least
one.
it wasn't their big buy
Clear,
rounds that
you
if they
can't
lose they would
give
have to
those sort of
eco.
mistakes over to a
Yeah,
player like
Ruxic's
Ruxic.
doing
He
his
is
best
going to capitalize.
alpha
It's also
impression.
just put so much doubt in the minds of the Heretics players. They are having to worry about mid, and Ruxic has left. He's just gone all the way back to his own spawn. He's nowhere near that position anymore, but they are still looking around the map for him.
Yeah, but Ruxic in a good spot here either way to throw in a snake bite from Belt in the late round, and it may well be needed. The lockdown coming into play makes this very difficult now. As we said, too many ultimates on the other side. There's still a Hunter's Fury if needed for Navi to really lock this round in. But Alexic is holding on to control towards that lockdown. And even as
Wait,
some
Alex,
teammates fall,
that was a sick round from you.
That
was a nice round, man. How did you get that first kill on Saint? It's a little desperate from Heretics. They put the Sova all into it because they kind of know that if they lose this, they got to eco. And they end up losing this.
Maybe hoping that a few of the players were low and could have killed them off at the same
Maybe.
time. It is looking.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that maybe should have been different here. Like if they wanted to put the Sova all in, should it have been for the Killjoy all earlier?
Isn't there? They're being exploited by, in a lot of cases, just some individual plays from players like Rooksik.
Just to add to your point as well, Tom, by the time we see that Hunter's Fury,
they don't have to go aggro.
Here, so
no, they didn't fight aggro well. They just look uncomfy. That's it.
Too low to outlive that.
Oh, that's a cool recon though. So through the window into kitchen.
Feels like panic stations. We've already seen a pause come through. It's 6-1 up to Navi, and they're looking to do this in a fairly clean fashion in at least most of these opening fights. For Heretics, they're left to pistols again. So 7-1, not unlikely at this point.
Take flight. The only counter I have
One,
at this point
two.
is that the only round they've won was with pistols. But that's about it. There hasn't really been a lot of, well, silver linings for Heretics so far. Navi have been dominant, looking like their road to champs.
Oh, technically saw him, but
it's the same move. He is just—he's walked through mid.
Dude, he's here again.
This is something
oh
that
my
can't
goodness.
keep happening. The last round, okay, it happens once, it's forgivable, but a second time, Rooksik goes walkabouts in the same fashion with a sniper.
Boy, it looks really rough, man.
Yeah,
that's just. It's not good enough.
Well, you're playing with the pistols, right? I'm going to assume this round's done and dusted. You're playing with the pistols, so you don't have that same ability to fight inside of mid. They attempted it last round. Miniboo was the one min-maxing.
Yeah, min-maxing. I mean, the Ultraman does such a good situation.
Spot the player walking down below, which is a big blip. But this time, I assume, I'm not certain, but I assume that Benji had put the
think there's another timeout after this round.
Right around here, so it watches these angles inside of middle. It stops them crossing here, and it stops them going through the window. But the issue is, it's very common to throw like a nano swarm up and over and destroy that. So that's why you see these spots repositioned to. That gap then tries to be filled in. He misses his timing, and again, Rooksik's able to just run riot in the back lines. It seems like at this point, there are so many problems for Heretics in terms of containing basic map control that I'm not surprised
timeouts.
they go for another timeout.
I mean, it's
look of having to make that lower bracket run all the way through after an early defeat.
What would happen to BBL if that all happened? They still got to win. They still got to win 1 out of 2.
Individuals going missing. You look more so to how manipulated the map has been. This is their defense. And
okay, the no armor op comes out. Jump peek might get punished. Yeah, it's a wide one.
Of the map. And well, this is not going to be the case to start out the round. We've had Miniboo pull out the operator, take one down on B. But again, we've said about how many ults are available, and one of those is the res. With a wall still available, Xiao should be able to correct that mistake.
Seems like they have an idea that is coming over on the Heretic side.
Here.
I'm more interested to see.
Why does it look like they want a duel? Well, they do want a duel.
They're about to do. They're going to swing off the back of it. I like the idea. Play on top of the wall. See if they can deny any further aggression. Catch someone as they go. Boo's now going to place down the Viper Spit. Now the Boo brothers have been struggling. That was Miniboo's second kill, and Boo is only on a singular. Under pressure. And you know there's a good chance that Alexic will try and go over this, but that's why Miniboo is watching.
They still had drone, thanks
to
bringing
it was a little rough for him. I mean, he made so much sound, and then they never heard the drop off. So you could imagine if Boo's comms are good,
but instead,
he
the
just
idea
knows.
is to leave one player whose job is to contain. Now, as we'll see Hero holding onto the front side of that pit,
this is
while the rest of them
one of the
look to
rarest
the
off angles.
The weakness has been mid every time. Reposition turret, though, is covering the cross, and they've heard it. They've realized Benji Fishy is waiting for his moment to strike, but he gets punished. And now the pressure mounts on the shoulders of these players towards B. An operator to hold the line, but only 12 seconds to get this planted. They've got to be quick, and Miniboo is picking them apart.
Dude. Nice round.
Until they're all gone.
Extra one.
Ah, Hero, there's just no time. No time for him to get anything.
I tell you what, though, damage is good if Rian swings out. Okay, Rian's recovery position for the op. Pretty nice.
Still, Miniboo, what a performance. As said, he was on
yeah, it was a great round from him. I mean, he had some lovely shots there. Dude, he's so ready for the jump peek. Actual pre-aim on it.
I love this sort of play. Like, there was no angle hit the same time. He was always moving, always repositioning. And his brother covering the backline at the same time. A big round for him, but still a mountain to climb.
A couple of deaths in this one, so low money. I mean, Hero should be dropping for one of his teammates, but we'll ignore it.
An ace, but how repeatable is it? For Team Heretics, we need to see Miniboo keep that level up, or we need to see adjustments here. Again, Benji, the reposition of the turret last round, I liked it a lot. It was a good strat, but I think it was Xiao that was so quick to take him down. I don't even think he was looking the right way when the peak came in initially, so great adjustment from him.
I mean, Heretics have good ults to retake.
NAVI.
If they want to. Your ult as well.
Definitely been the better side so far.
The problem is that they have the Sova ult to cancel the Killjoy ult. And the way that NAVI used their drone here really indicates that they're saving it for that ult.
The information to the remaining players. You can already see both.
Bit of pressure over towards A, instant ult, so they can fast stack over towards
the site utility being used to try and deny Alexic, and there is Rien's ready and waiting.
But it's pretty late on that.
For Angel attempting to counter it, and it
trying to make sure that they're committed.
He's losing his players along the way. Hero needs to try and step up to the plate. With the time ticking and such a huge advantage, Heretics are sitting patiently.
Plant will be stuck eventually. Heretics just, as you said, playing patient to avoid that early peak.
That's a sick flash, though.
Hero's blind as can be, but he gets an angle now. A chance to drop one. There's a few fights here that seem to have some hope to them. But now this should be it. Caught reloading! Oh my
God. It's allowed to reload there? That was actually insanity. I think that was a nice round from Heretics, though. It was a little weird from NAVI. Little weird.
I think we've seen some good ultimate usage from them. The Viper's Pit.
Even the Yoru ult to just get information so they can just heavy stack over towards here at alarm bot middle. They could just 5-person fight on A basically.
Allowed for early rotations, put them with a stack on the site. You wouldn't believe that they just won a round. Neil's feeling the pressure, and you can understand why. When you're a team that has been as good as they have in Stage 2, the fact that this match could genuinely decide your fate, it's scary.
Yeah, without a doubt. Like, the reality is for NAVI at the moment as well, I think coming into this year, and especially for Heretics, looking at the history they have up against this squad, like, when the stakes are this high...
Will Sliggy ever be casted in a movie/TV show? What? What are you asking right now?
Easy, repeatable map control from NAVI being handed over, and now we've finally seen those solutions, but we've also seen an abandonment of those attempts to make more direct hits to a site in the late round after, you know, the one-man fake on either side of the map. We see from NAVI quite a bit, and the mid control being pressured as that hit's coming through. We haven't seen that, and I think it's going to be a return to form of that same attempt to put pressure on Benji and that mid hold. He's been good, but for him getting one and going down,
the cast in VCT, casting's too hard, man.
Defensive side, because now your entire backline is wide open, and they have so many paths to make those flanks and force you into uncomfortable fights.
7-5 half. After the way things started, would be a godsend from Heretics. NAVI are trying their best to make sure that doesn't happen. Whoop.
Good bait for that. Oh yeah, that's nice from NAVI. Okay, this was a nice round from NAVI. Damn, they were really on top of this.
Angel on the swing.
That's such a...
somewhat isolated, but they've
that's impressive though.
Player in support as well.
Someone else shot the drone and they realized they'd be close, so reconned on the floor.
May look to exploit.
That's what we said, right? Direct hit into that mid play. Rook 6 looking for it, waiting a little long though, and now Rien's on back yellow, finds himself a single. It's gonna stop Boo from being able to peek. He's out in the open. They know there's an op on the other side. And that's a big price to pay. Benji's locked out. There's no way to play this round anymore, and Ruxic very
gonna get
nearly
hunted.
backstabs him. At least gets the information on where Benji is, or was, and where he's going. They can look to hunt him down if they want, but coming towards this late stage of the game, maybe Xiao's going to be the man, eager for that fight. One away from his res. Same for Ruxic with the Viper's Pit. Big ultimates to have online for the next, and it will be Ruxic getting contact at least. Actually, if they both go down, that's probably ideal.
Oh, not going to be the case. Ruxic had no plans to fall at that point, and that will be an 8th round for Navi.
This is pre-Sage buff? Yeah, pre-Sage buff.
Pressure as well.
It's a great shot.
Solid reveal.
They were insanely aware of this. Maybe not the 3-person stack. I'm not sure if they knew the op was here, but it kind of felt like it with the pre-aim after. But they were at least on.
Well done.
At
least on top of the fact that the Euro was going to be set up
I think
close.
the only round we've seen them actually manage to hold that side of the map was Minibu getting 5 kills in a round where he needed 6. Well, even though it is last round of the half, Ruxic is still going to have that Outlaw in play. And that turret is back in a more standardized position. Aggressive push over towards that B side. Now that's because they've got some serious weaponry disadvantages, but if Woot gets one, that is the Blade Storm.
Take flight. Yeah, this final round, there's a lot of ultimates close to being in play. Already active. A Bucky, it should go under the radar now. Minibu's down. They want to
my goodness. They're way too aware. They're way too aware on this. Okay, this one's done, man. How are they this prepped for everything that's going on?
And somewhere he will not be challenged. Already a huge advantage with a Viper's Pit and a res in play. A lockdown for post plant. This round looks impossible for Heretics to even have a chance in.
Yeah, Viper's Pit already gone. And they're actually going to use the lockdown at the same time. Just buy a load of extra time for those post plants, either force their enemy forward or force them back. And while they're forced back, the operator is swinging. The weaponry is just utterly diffed at this stage, and while Boo, he is at a rotter of a half. It would need to be a miracle for him and Rians to turn this back, and he's already gone.
Very impressive,
and no doubt
man.
Rians is soon to follow.
They were
dominant
super prepped. Super prepped from Navi. I mean, no matter what, Angel deserves a shout out.
3 is a big lead for them to have with an opponent like Heretics, who this roster has not managed to take a map off of before. Well, it looks like something is about to change. We'll find out if that's the case after the break.
I think they'll be this prepped for Haven. Oh, they'll be prepped for Haven, but it's not going to be as easy. I mean, the big difference as well is just Heretics are insanely comfortable in Haven, and they just don't look comfy here. Nice up from the Slug Club member. Yeah, that's true. From Alex, yeah, you get those kind of op-in skills 24 months in, I think, when it starts really kicking in. Isn't EMEA playoffs way better than America's in terms of entertainment? I mean, the EMEA playoffs have been crazy, mate. I didn't think anyone thought it was going to be as good as this. Not bad for a solved region, yeah. It's another Sideshow classic. Dicinks, thank you so much for the 27 months. Thank you for that, mate.
Folks,
I appreciate it.
9 rounds on the board for NAVI. They are not far away from locking in
Can you
this
please
victory.
inform my
We
game
talked
that
about
I'm past
Ruxic
the
a lot
24
earlier,
months
but
you would like this
Hero
opping?
has certainly had his
Mate,
moment in
go
some.
queue a rank. Go queue ranked. Buy the op.
Bracket match where they play versus GX.
Let's
it went
see.
horrifically for him. I think one of the worst performances we've seen. Comes back in versus Vitality. Fantastic game, especially on attack side of Bind. He basically won them the
Report
game.
back to us after.
And in this map, 13-5. Him and Ruxic leading that charge. And to be honest, everybody's been looking great for Navi. I feel like it's a rarity to have everybody online at the same time. And for Heretics, that is a very bad sign. Of course, we know that Haven up next is their map. It has been their map. No one in EMEA has managed to beat them on it in quite a while.
Dude, a last chance qualifier in EMEA would hit so good. It would hit so good right now. Who on earth wins it as well? It's kind of turning into one. All of the heavy hitters are in the lower bracket or going in the lower bracket.
In this map so far, none.
Reformed Catboy, thanks so much for the tier 1. Thank you for the 27 months as well. Yeah, I think that's, you gotta change your sense. You're right. Full person stack for Navi. Continuing with the good reads. We'll say that the recon has absolutely wrecked them now.
Heating up here as they need to on the attack side pistol.
A couple of sheriffs being spammed, but Miniboot is there to defend. Nice shot dart for Angel. Boot's not going to be escaping that one. It's at least one.
They don't 2v5 though, right?
In reality, it's going to be difficult.
A little weird for Navi to play their pistol like this with a Sage so committed. Oh boy, it's a 2v5. It's a 2v5.
An impossible scenario, and now Benji is left to do it all. 2 players remaining.
Oh no.
They're both looking to fight him. No one yet on that defusal, but Hero is sticking it at least to halfway, and Benji maybe playing the bluff. He knows his opponent let go at least for a second.
Nicely played, Benji.
Final shot and is baiting that time perfectly.
Very nicely played from Benji.
I don't know if there's enough time.
Oh, I thought he had time, bro. Oh god, they actually got 2v5'd.
What a round from him, carrying on from the first half.
Oh,
okay,
man,
give me to Haven, man. Give me to Haven.
I thought he bought enough time, and clearly so did he when he went back out for that final fight. That's disastrous, Tom. 2 pistol rounds where they're 3v5 up, and they lose both. Oh, Heretics have got to be feeling their soul crushed in the palm of Navi.
I win those.
Perhaps under their boot, and look, I could lip read that, I'll tell you that. A 5 versus 3.
Miniboo buys the Outlaw, or gets dropped the Outlaw, buys heavy armor on this one, so Benji's supplied him with an Outlaw. There's 4 people that he can one-shot, and they really need to win this round if they want to steal this map. And there goes the big investment.
Coming into the next buy round. But,
yeah, it's a nice little ping from Roxic. Instantly just double check that he saw it right in terms of the guns. Now they can try hold on to it.
I don't know if we're going to be seeing
they might be scared that everyone else is bored on top of this as well. But
I think maybe Happy will wait a little bit longer today.
He hit him with the Outlaw as well, right? So he knew that he bought heavy armor.
Was in the round. And now it's not in the best spot. They're going to try and get it back. I think Woot will do that thanks to the Viper screen. That will help them out at least a little bit.
Okay, they picked up the gun though.
They look to head back in towards the A site. Now the A site currently doesn't have anyone on it. They are potentially just waiting to have the full force of the squad already with an advantage in the weaponry and a good
Yeah,
position,
just playing retake on A. They still got Sage Wolf. Shao needs to make sure he doesn't give up his kill early.
It just depends really where that Outlaw is going to go. Like if Woot goes over to Bell
And do a little bit of damage in terms of slow over towards default with a shock as well. Oh, that's early.
For them to make that a very difficult post plant, maybe costly for their opponents, which I think I
would have done this the other way around personally, but so good.
3 players here, maybe 4. It's then a fantastic round. They can be very happy with that.
Yeah.
But there are weaknesses for Navi. They brought pistols in as a result of that.
Dude,
they can afford to lose
the only person with the heavy armor receives the jewel with the Outlaw.
Yeah, Navi
I mean, it's obviously not. It's nice from Navi making sure they swing this fast once they realize that the gun's been picked up.
And then coming in with a couple of pistols, and it just means that they can afford to sort of have a little bit of a risk with those pistols, and then it's not too much for a problem. Hero 2 away from his ult already as well. And we've already seen how impactful those lockdowns can be. Can't say I believe in any sort of comeback, but I said that yesterday, and Vitality almost proved me wrong. This does have a bit of a different feel to it, though. I think Heretics have... I feel like they almost need that.
EMEA is getting all weird about dude Pansy. Get back over there, because what is going on? I mean, this one's not as bad. Heretics haven't been good at this map. But
nice idea.
The other results,
I think it's good that
and the potential of this result still.
The gap in the wall. Ooh, 1 HP left. Shao summons the K, of course, so he's going to be back up a little healthier and has the heal to buff himself up even further. 82 and oh no, still going. 99 in the end. Okay, so he's still in a pretty healthy spot for late round fights.
Losing Hero early. Not ideal. That was the player with the ult online. But the fact is, this bonus round is almost as good as the actual buy that's coming through. Even still, not having that wall.
Still, they gotta go up against the Sage wall here as well, so they might want to try to take a bit of space on site.
With their pushes, with their aggression. And you can see that the goal from NAVI is to sort of play around and utilize.
Oh, that one makes it easy.
Whatever utility they have. Even still, though, the rotation has been caught. And in a 3 versus 5, it shouldn't be too difficult for Heretics.
That was a really nice play by Benji. You saw him just use the turret here on middle. As soon as it got contact, he allowed the player to destroy it. Get a little greedy. Rook 6 got 2, but it's okay. It shouldn't.
Not another 2v5 though. Come on.
For the second time, Xiao is going to pull himself
Dude,
back
the walls.
in. They say Band-Aids don't fix
the wall's actually going to be a nightmare
There's
here.
a little bit of ice, Will, and a good opportunity now. He's looking to isolate them. The big wrap around yellow. He'll get a one-on-one against Benji, who's only got a pistol, is looking the wrong way. Now it's down to a single.
Holy bro, they got 2v5'd again. They got 2v5'd again. The pressure of the wall, and he crept all the way around to yellow. Like, it's insanely smart from him, but my goodness, dude. They just got to get this map out of here.
Map 2. Honestly, send it to map 2.
They're about to.
Lost so many massive advantages. What was that 2v5?
2v5.
And like, yeah, sure, Rooksik did well, but then the 1v3 that Xiao's able to win is just madness. And yeah, that's manic laughter.
Weber's just laughing.
That's not him laughing like, ah, this is funny. That's him slowly losing his mind. And well, yeah, it seems like Neil is well, he's at the stage of anger.
He was talking to the gods there, man. I don't know if he's looking for Kratos to come down and start swinging at these guys, but it's about all that could help out. This is an outrageous performance. 2 3v5s and pistols, then they lose a 2 versus 5 where most of them are armed to the teeth. They've got post plant. Hell, they almost had time on their side, and now coming into what should be the final round,
Fury.
They've just been wrecked with Rien's on the floor. Hunter's Fury, yeah, he got the orb. Fantastic. Can't use that till next round, and next round might be a pistol.
Yeah, and the map might look slightly warmer.
Next round might be a pistol.
An absolute trouncing. The stages of grief shown on one side, and the other coaching staff not even really being shown. There hasn't been a lot for Happy in terms of notes, I'm sure.
That's good, man.
The performance coach of Zuza, I don't know what she can hope to improve for the team at this stage. They are absolutely trouncing Team Heretics. As it was mentioned, a team that they've never, since this iteration, taken a map off. And they're about to do it in style. Hero's already got rid of the lurk of Benji Fishy. He thought he found a gap, and instead he was found. Angel does fall maybe a little bit further ahead. Alexic waiting, but doesn't want to fight too aggressively here.
They've got the wall to deal with.
Being patient, being passive. It should at least be a post plant. Miniboo trying to give them a man back. Instead, puts them further in the ground.
This Navi doesn't look the same.
Holy, they got so wrecked on this. They got so wrecked on this. It's kind of crazy.
That lockdown, that's why they're battling.
Yeah, man, I mean, impressive from NAVI. They for sure had a lot of reads on attack, like a lot of reads. I think the calling was really good from Angel. There was a couple of rounds where it just felt like he just knew exactly what was going on. In terms of Heretics, man, a 2v, on the top of my head, I can remember a 2v5, a 2v5, and a 3v5. And 2 of these, this was a pistol, and this was a pistol. Mate, that's your most, that's your most important rounds.
Bro, I'm like, what, is it train?
Right, his face.
Ew, wait. wait. I think it's Spark.